Okay, so far I've given you 2 reasons why we are moving to the Philippines. Now the third reason is because it's a great place to vlog from. There's so much diversity. There's so many things to do. You can be literally 30 minutes from one destination and it looks totally different. So those are the reasons why we are moving to the Philippines. One is it's cost effective. Your money will go much further. Number 2 is the beauty, the absolute gorgeous areas that are in the Philippines. And third, it's a great place to vlog from. Now tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you some of the items that we're going to be bringing to the Philippines that are necessity to vlog. Things like camera equipment, sound equipment, battery packs, things like that. So I'll show you that tomorrow. But today was the third reason that we are going to the Philippines, and that is because it's a great place to vlog. And plus the location. Being in the Philippines, you're close to all the Southeast Asia countries, so it makes it really easy to go in there and actually go from one destination to another, to another country. So those are the 3 reasons why. 25 years ago, I think the statute of limitations, I think it's run out by now. But there was a time where I had 2 jobs and I was trying to make ends meet. I was married at the time. I think I had 1 child at that time. And I was living in Wichita, Kansas. And I was so tired. I was working graveyard shift at one company, and then I was working daytime during another company. And I was just so tired, and I forgot to actually pay the electricity bill. And this wasn't an online thing. It was, you had to pay it by check. And it was one of those things where I just forgot. It wasn't that I didn't have the money to do it, but it's just I didn't have time to do it. And I remember coming in one day and I was hot, I was tired, and all I wanted was a shower. And I walked into my apartment and no electricity. No electricity. I had no hot water in my apartment. And I had just gotten off a graveyard shift. And I was pissed. I was like, you know what? I've been working my ass off. And I come home and there's no electricity. There's no hot water. And I got this idea. I was like, you know what? I guess I must have forgotten to pay my water bill or my electricity bill. And I went to the breaker box where all the breakers inside the apartment complex. This is when they were back. They had the meters inside the building and not on the outside. And they were in the laundry room area. And I looked at my number and I saw my number, my apartment number on the box. And I saw that there was a red tag on my box. And I saw that my meter wasn't moving. So that gave me the indication that they had come in and blocked the electricity to go to the meter to shut my electricity off. And I was like, you know what? No, not today. That's not going to happen today. I'm going to get electricity. I'm going to get my my water heated so I can take a shower. And I clipped it off, that tag off, and I opened it up. And then you have to understand there's still power going to this thing. I pulled it off and I looked at it in the back, and there's these tabs on the back. I think there was 3 tabs or maybe 2 tabs. I think it was 3 tabs. And I remember looking closely on the tab, and I remember seeing a piece of plastic on one of those tabs. I was like, well, there you go. That's how they do it. That's how they make it where the current doesn't flow through. And it basically stops the electricity from going into your apartment complex. And I pulled that tab off, and I said to myself, today I'm going to have electricity. I'm going to get that hot shower. Whether GE or whomever it was that was supplying the electricity, knew it or not. And I was just about to put that on there, the meter back in the box, or meter back in the slots, and I was lining them up really nice, and something came over me like this brilliant idea. And that brilliant idea, it sounded like a really good idea at the time. And this is one of those moments where the story, the time it happens is terrible, but it's one of those moments where when you tell the story later, it's so good, it's so funny. So this is one of those stories that is so good after it happened, many years after it happened. So as I was about to put it on there and put it those little slots, slide those tabs into the power slots, I had this amazing idea. I said, you know what? Why not try to get free electricity? You know, why not try to get free electricity? And so what I did was I didn't have any wire to jump the meter, which I don't even know how that would have worked anyway, because I'm not an electrician. I have no idea about electricity. I know that if you stick your finger in a power socket, it hurts. Things go boom and sparks go flying. That's my extent of electricity. I didn't even know which side was positive or negative. I don't even know what the neutral really does. So I was thinking, well, you know, I don't have any wire, but I have the second best thing. I have aluminum foil. Yeah, it's amazing. I had aluminum foil and I had electrical tape. So what I did was, I said to myself, if I roll this, because you know, wire back in the day used to be aluminum, I know that. And I said, well, I have aluminum foil. I'll just roll it up really tight, and then I'll wrap it with the electrical tape, and I'll just jump it and bypass the meter, so I can get free electricity. Well, I didn't know which one to jump it to, so basically I looked at it and kind of figured any, mini, mighty, mo kind of thing, and I put it on one, and then I put the other end of the makeshift wire that I had, the aluminum wire, and I jumped it to the other one, thinking that might be the positive, negative. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even have a clue. I didn't have a clue of what I was doing. All I knew was that I was sweaty, stinky, I had soot on me, and I wanted a shower, but I wanted it for free. One of those brilliant ideas that wasn't so brilliant after all. Anyway, so I went ahead and I put, now you have to understand, there's still electricity going through this box. And so as I was putting that meter on that box, and I slid the bottom tab in, and then as soon as I touched the other tab, the heavens opened up and said, you know, you're about to be taken. Or maybe the depths of hell said something, I don't know what it was. But all of a sudden, I had an outer body experience that I was being thrown up against the back of the wall, because there was a wall like 3 feet behind me. I was thrown up against the wall, all the lights. Now, and another thing I forgot to tell you, it's storming outside. It's electrical storms, it's raining really hard. And I remember being thrown up against the back of the wall, and the lights and the whole apartment complex goes dead. And then a second after that, all I remember was hearing this loud, like someone put a .357 Magnum right beside my head and then pulling the trigger. And there was this loud boom, and the smell of just electrical smell, burn. And all I remember was thinking, once I kind of got my senses, was I'm going to prison. I'm going to get raped in prison over free electricity. Anyway, all I remember was grabbing that electrical meter, throwing it behind the dryer, and running the hell out. As I was running out, someone came to me and goes, as I was running out and I shut the door and I was going down the hallway, someone said, what happened? I heard this loud boom. And I said, I think electricity hit the building, or excuse me, I think the lightning hit the building. The whole apartment complex was out. And I went back to my room and I said to myself, oh my God, I've got to hide the evidence. I've got to hide the evidence. So I went back in, I got my flashlight, I went back in there and I found the meter where I threw it behind the dryer, and I put the plastic back on, took off the wire, and I put it back into the slot. And I remember going, oh my God, I've got to fix this. And I put that little tab back on, the little tag, and then I went ahead and made it where you couldn't tell that I took it off. And then I remember this big, long breaker arm. And I remember going, click, and then I went, click, nothing. And I pulled it again, trying to reset it. Click, and I put it back up, click again, nothing. I did it 3 more times, nothing. Well, I told myself, you know what, dude, just confess. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You go to prison, get raped, and then you become a lifelong prisoner. That's the worst that could happen. Or I guess they could kill you. But anyway, I called the electrical company, or electricity company, and told them what I've done. They said, oh my God, dude, do you understand that you could have died? And I was like, hell, I knew that like 30 minutes ago. So he said, listen, because you've come clean, I'm not going to report anything. I'll just report that it was that the fuse had exploded. And so they sent someone out and they replaced this massive fuse that had exploded. And that's what the sound was whenever those 2 connections touched. I guess I had crossed something. The any, mini, miny, mo thing didn't work out for me. And so they came out and they fixed it. And after that, I never tried to get free electricity again. And I also tried to make sure that I always paid my bills, my electricity bill. But that's a funny story. I mean, it wasn't funny at the time. I mean, I thought I was going to prison. But it's one of those stories where it's so funny to tell, because stuff that you do when you're younger, we just do stupid stuff. Until next time. Bye. Hey, if you like the videos, please show your love by clicking on the thumbs up button, and remember to subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell to get the latest videos.